Remember that homemade canned jollof stew base we made in a previous video? Well, today we're putting that to good use. I'm showing you how to make rich, smoky jollof rice in no time, without all the extra prep. This is the perfect shortcut to get deep, party-style flavor with very minimal effort. If you haven't seen that video yet, be sure to check it out so that you always have a ready-to-go stew base for your jollof and delicious stews. But for now, let's dive right into the recipe. Into a heavy bottom pot, I'm adding some vegetable oil, followed by my onions. I'm going to start by sweating my onions to bring out the sweetness. Once my tomato paste is in, we're going to go on and saute that until I develop some color. Just as I shared in the jollof stew base recipe, you're going to fry this tomato paste until it darkens and almost gets burnt, but not quite there. This is a great way for you to develop more flavor and for you to prevent having that tart taste. So once we're there with the tomato paste, go on and add our canned jollof stew base. This is already cooked, so you don't have to do too much. We're going to saute just for about 2 minutes to bring the two flavors together and then proceed to add our spices. Today I'm using a variety of spices. All the measurements for this recipe will be available at indulgewithit.com. Check out the link to that post on my website in the description of this video. Up next, we're going to add our beef stock. Previously, I have boiled some beef and fried it. This is not seen in this recipe, but if you'd like to know how I prepare my meat for such dishes, let me know in the comments below. So go on and stir in your beef stock until it is homogeneous with your stew base. It is looking so rich already. And in under 45 minutes, you have amazing jollof with so much depth of flavor. You're going to think that you cooked this for hours. Up next, we're going to just clean the sides of our pot and proceed to add our fried meat. You're going to add this beef into the pot and allow it to steam into that tomato sauce and bring out its flavors. I didn't add chili at the beginning of this recipe because during the process of making my jollof base, I didn't add too much chili. I want to be able to add what I need to depending what I'm making and who I'm making it for. So at this stage, I added some chili powder to bring in the heat aspect into the jollof rice, and then I'm going to cover it some more and allow it to proceed to steam for about 5 more minutes. Here I have a combination of rices. We have jasmine rice and basmati rice. The combination of both these rices just improves the overall texture of the jollof. You're going to have it fluffy and beautifully textured without being too soggy or too hard. It's like a nice balance right in the middle. Stir your rice in and allow it to saute with all of those beautiful flavors before going on to add your water, or in my case, I've used some homemade beef stock, which as you can see is very gelatinous because I use a great deal of bones to make my stock. It is unsalted, so at this point, it's just beef stock without the salt aspect. Go on to cover your pot with some wax paper and secure the lid. Steam your jollof on very low heat to allow it to cook in its own juices. We don't want to overwhelm our rice with liquid in order to avoid a soggy outcome. But if you are able to control your heat, you can also control the texture of your jollof rice. Because I'm using a cast iron pot today, I'm taking the time to stir my rice periodically, every so often to prevent too much crusting and burning at the bottom of the pot. If your goal is to get that party-style jollof taste, then go on and allow it to burn slightly in order to get that char flavor in. One of the perks of using the pre-prepared jollof stew base that we canned is that you can make delicious jollof in under 45 minutes. That makes prep time a breeze in Ramadan and outside of the holy month. Whether you're coming home from work and you are tired beyond imagination, this is the go-to way to keep jollof at your arm's reach at any time. Stir your rice in every so often to ensure that it remains fluffy and separated. And once you have achieved your desired consistency, your jollof is ready to enjoy. Now our jollof is perfectly cooked. It's so good on its own, but if you'd like to add more side dishes, I've also added some chicken wings which I marinated lightly and popped into the air fryer, as well as a lovely colorful salad. Feel free to add your red plantains or any other side dishes of your choice. I hope you loved this recipe as much as I do, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to stay tuned for more episodes of Ramadan with ET.